time. It is
Hi there.
season 2, episode 3. I forgot to update that on the wonderful script we got.
Yeah, we made episode 3.
It is February 23rd. It is the end of the month, man.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a short month. It's a short month, to be fair.
It doesn't matter. It still flew by.
It did.
I guess the perk is if you get paid at the end of the month, then, you get paid sooner.
Soon.
If you're on the adult pay scales.
Yeah, bi-weekly. Bi-weekly.
Oh,
I used to be paid weekly. That was nice. Every Friday, I had a fresh new paycheck.
Was nice.
Those were the days.
There was one point where it was the bi-weekly, so there were some months, the long months, you got 3 paychecks.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That's nice because that goes straight into the savings.
Yes. So we are your hosts. I am Bull Tipper, and we have Scientist.
How you doing, folks?
So follow up. How have you had? You've had a couple more of those naked chicken tacos. How's the insides doing? How's that Taco Bell treating you?
The insides are fine. I was surprised. I held up fairly nicely. So we're talking about the crispy, crunchy, naked chicken chalupas, which is basically fried chicken wrapped around or stuffed or filled in a taco shape with taco-y goodness like tomato and salsa and cheese and lettuce and whatever Taco Bell stuff that they have on hand. It's delicious and it's horrifying that it is, but I enjoy it. And I've had 2 of them now. I took the wife out and we got one while we're out shopping. And one is plenty. You don't need to order 2 at a time. Just order
filling.
1. Yeah.
Is it filling or is it rich?
It's filling. It's a lot of protein. Yeah, usually you get a regular taco, it's just, 1 spoonful of sawdust meat. This is actual chicken about that big, so it's a significant amount of meat.
Now, is it thin?
Yeah, it's thin. It's about quarter to half inch, somewhere in there. It's pounded.
Would you say it's a majority of more meat than it is?
It's more meat than
or breading than meat?
No, it's more meat than it's almost 50-50. I'd lean more toward the meat side.
I figured they would have gotten cheap and given you more breading than meat.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty nice. Pretty nice.
So one also reason we're having this gross discussion is our new segment, which he's starting off in a similar way. We're going to start a kind of like a bottle of the month club. We're not subscribing to a bottle of the month club because, that was silly expensive.
It was very expensive.
I can go shopping at Bevmo for much cheaper than that.
And I happen to have a literal treasure box full of uncoordinated, half-empty bottles of a kaleidoscope of alcohol that needs to be used and consumed. And so we're going to work our way through that.
It'll be fun. It'll be a journey, so we're going to bring you along. So tonight is a wonderfully clear liquid that I don't know what was going through his mind.
Any guesses? This was in the dark, reach into the bottle, reach into the treasure chest, and I came up with the Kuiper butter shots.
Yeah,
so we're going to have some butter shots for tonight. Save us.
Hopefully we finish that off so we don't have to drink that next week. That'll be the goal, is to not have to drink that next week.
Cheers.
Oh, God. All right. Cheers to that. This is your fault.
Straight clear. That's not too bad. It's a lot better than I was anticipating.
I think the water had melted a lot down.
Yeah, I gave it a lot of ice.
All right. It actually isn't that bad. It tastes like
I can handle it.
Tastes like butterscotch candy.
Exactly what it tastes like. There's enough sugar in there.
So,
I didn't think there would be.
I don't know if you guys can see this lingering in the background, but we got this just in case it was too much to handle. Try and water it down with some whiskey.
With some more alcohol. That's what we're going to do. Water it down with more alcohol.
This has no bite, which means it's probably mediocre alcohol.
Yeah. Well, it's also been sitting in that treasure chest forever. I'm sure some evaporated.
But you would also assume it'd ferment more because there's a lot of sugar in there.
No. Forget it.
Forget about it.
So what are we talking about tonight? We got a late start, so I apologize. We had some technical issues. We're trying some new equipment. We're working out the kinks.
Prove for you guys.
Yeah, we're trying to make it even better. So,
well, I want to start off by, just repping today. I haven't watched, so no spoilers in chat. The Can-Am Duels, which is qualifying races, Daytona 500 this weekend. My redneck's coming out.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Supporting...
Your neck beard's growing in.
Yeah, it is. Got my Gordon stuff on. Even though he's retired, I am still rooting for the number 24 with Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
So This is a little late, but this was for us talking about booze.
Oh yeah, booze.
Anyways, so I'm going red. It's still fitting talking about NASCAR racing. Anyways, so that's this Sunday. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching it.
You'd be drinking, doing something.
Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking.
So, but into more technology news related to geekiness.
Yeah.
Mr. Gates,
the
Bill of Gates.
Oh yeah.
Wants to tax robots since they're taking over people's jobs. Period.
Yeah, so I was talking to Mrs. Bulltipper about this while you were out, and basically the premise is that if we start introducing robots to displace the workforce, then people won't have jobs, and then they'll rely more on government subsidies and government social programs.
Yep.
And in order to keep those funded, then businesses will need to be taxed on the productivity of the robots that they've used to replace them. There'll be a tax on the robot productivity. Essentially, you'll be taxing the robots for the work that they would normally hire out to individuals.
But why would a business owner want to pay more money to the government and taxes and all those other shenanigans in the world?
Would it be? Think about it. You can cut down all of your healthcare premiums, take out cafeterias, you can take out all the other social services that you're already providing as a business. Google would have to could do away with millions and millions and millions of dollars. Extracurricular expenses. And routine companies can do away with the healthcare, dental.
So how is this going to justify? They just can come and say you have a 30% tax on what you would normally pay this person? How do you define an income to a non-living person?
You have to measure it by productivity. What's their output in units of cars, if you're doing a manufacturing line or something along.
There seems like there's still a lot that needs to be figured out. I think it's a good idea, but it's going to be an interesting transition, I think, for that. Speaking
of transitions, here's a transition for you.
I was more admiring the sexy knit sweater that Bill Gates' mom made for him.
That's right. She hand knitted that. I'm
lounging over these Windows PCs, and this is
Microsoft.
This is DOS days. Look at those.
Yeah. Blue screen of death everywhere.
Looks like he would be like sipping something out of a straw, like just lying there, resting. So speaking of straws.
Oh, straws. Transitions.
This straw, this suction tube for reverse axial withdrawal.
Straw.
Yeah. WTF, mate. This is a straw that McDonald's has actually hired 2 aerospace engineers to design and develop for them to release for their Shamrock Shake for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah, St. Patty's Day.
WTF, mate.
That St. Patty's Day goodness.
There's no holes traditionally where you think there is. There's 1 at the bottom, and then there's 4 along the side. Plus, of course, you can't cap the tip.
No, you can't cap the tip. But it's important they don't have any holes up the side of the long length of the straw. If they did, then you'd end up getting air as soon as the level went down. So the first hole is at the bottom of the straw, the bend, then subsequently up the tip. There's more holes.
Yeah, he just said that. Up the tip. I'm pretty sure he asked his wife to do that quite frequently.
Up the tip. No, that'd be weird.
What?
Nothing goes up the tip.
Even to slurp on?
I listen, all right? We're moving on. Moving on. Next segment.
I don't know if we should be moving on to the next segment while talking about going up the tip, man.
Anything to get us out of the situation.
You don't want these going up your tip.
All right, so Elon Musk. Now.
He's like glaring down on your head.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, look, so we were talking a little bit about taxing robots. Elon, he's looking at this from a different perspective. He says, how do you battle robots? If robots are going to be displacing people and becoming better than people, how do we make people better than robots?
Can't beat them, join them, man.
Cyborgs. Elon Musk. Beep up, beep up, beep up, beep up, beep up. Cyborgs. It's happening. He's going to make it happen.
So ultimately what we're saying is Skynet starts in Fremont in the Tesla factory.
It could. But I think it's more augmented. Like, give me a bionic grip. Give me,
That's not a cyborg though.
Supervision. Oh yeah, start augmenting until you're like half robot, half man.
So why? So he really is going to become Iron Man then? He's going to make the Iron Man suits.
He is. He hasn't said it yet, but yeah, that's what he's doing.
He may have already developed it, and we just don't know.
We all know that's his master plan is to become Iron Man.
That's why he's really developing SpaceX as a cover for him developing his Iron Man suits.
That's all it is.
That's why their rockets and shit keep failing, is just because he's taking all the money and development.
Right off.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I think cyborgs are terrifying.
Like I said, I think it's more augmented disabilities and stuff like that. And pretty soon they become more mainstream. 50 years from now, you won't think twice about changing an arm piece out because you've tired out the servos.
Hey, man. Means you're not trying hard enough. I mean, he's come up with so many clever ideas, and he is truly a genius of our time. I don't think we can doubt him.
Yeah, it's a vision. It's one of the visions that a lot of people have commented on. But hearing it from Elon makes you wonder if he's going to actually pursue or put money into that.
What do you think? Another Hyperloop situation where he's going to pretty much develop it, write it on paper, and say, "Enjoy, world, have fun."
He'll slap it on back of a napkin, and it'll go on Reddit, and then people will start picking up and saying, "Make it happen."
Silly man.